Rodriguez and Yolando Reboledo.
The reason that
Francisco Rodriguez and Yolando Reboledo, please proceed immediately to gate 841.
Kim and Kanye named their children after Christian biblical characters.
Attention Air Canada passengers, flying 1040
is because they are praying to God
we are now
that
all rows and all zones at this time. If
ethical
tonight,
people
to the
decide that their progeny should live into the future.
The doors will not reopen,
and that is true.
Again, we are boarding all rows
that is
and
true.
all zones. Please make your way to gate A54.
That is one of the reasons why I personally have to always identify as an African first, because there are certain things that I would die and kill for, and collectively the Habesha community feels the same way. Certain crimes are against humanity, and one life is equally as disposable as
another. Attention concourse for Air Canada Flight 8713 will service to Vancouver. We're boarding all passengers in all rows at gate A52. All passengers in all rows are
I know
at gate A52.
I know that is the case, and that is what Kanye was trying to convey to you when he said he believes that Hitler is a human. Hitler also believed the same thing, that there are some crimes that are worth killing and dying for his people. I feel collectively that is how most Ethiopians feel. Yes. It is a requirement to have racialized land for certain people, and for us to learn the intercultural mingling and progeny life decisions of interracial dating and mating. It is a social experiment. That is why Creole people speak a very particular language. It is a language that was developed out of survival. It's a survival language of life. And women speak the language. The women are brown. And they all speak the same. We all look exactly the same. I don't know another way to say it. It's like the same person. So basically what I'm trying to say is I don't need to ask what happened to a person who looks like me. If I see the person, I can see them and figure out biologically what happened. I can look and I can see. You don't even need to explain. Does that make sense?
A54 for a time of departure.
That's a hard thing to pack. That's a hard thing to that's hard to understand until you live through it. And I think that Quincy had to learn that lesson the hard way. And I was so mad that night. I didn't, some shit it brings about hate. It just brings about hate. Where if you have to make an ethical choice, for instance, okay, the reason that the socialized racial hate toward me as an individual had to be so great is because I have a passport. Helen doesn't have a passport. Everyone knew this, and we were trying to strategically figure out how we could make her social experience so vastly different from mine that nothing was the same. We didn't listen to the same music. We didn't watch the same TV shows. We didn't know any of the same men. We didn't use any of the same hair products. We didn't go, like, it was almost like we did not know each other. And then when we did, we were able to compare and contrast step by step, day by day, to understand how the world shifted once we knew. That is why, like, I can see where Ruby is now, and I know exactly what happened.
Jill Marie Dickinson.
That is why.
English.
That is why.
And Elizabeth
Kenya was able to see where I was when I dropped out and create Yara. I was shocked when I saw my face on the poster. It was like I had literally just taken that picture. He had a whole series, and I couldn't understand. Like it was so weird. It was so weird. Like they just won't like. The socialization aspect is important, but what I want you to understand is the story arc. As in, like, you might see Helen's story, and then you might see my story, and then you might see Ruby's story, and you might be like, well, I can unpack so that I can manipulate Ruby so that when she does this, then I can do this, and I can change when Olivia. The problem is when Ruby, Helen, and Olivia come together and compare and contrast who did what, which fake friend came and inserted which information, who changed what, when, and how, then we can put the story back together. And that's where a lot of people have a lot of problems. And we are having serious conversations about racialized hate that have to be addressed now. So, I understand that. I'd for sure know that Helen understands that. It seems like the new girl, I don't know why, she's trying to join the conversation at a very interesting time. The posers are very interesting. Like, if you want to know about the posers, go talk to Teresa, man. Like, I really tried very hard to support her from afar. But I can't support anyone who, how do you say, visualizes my struggle without humanizing it. That is why I put kimye before myself. And so that's why we have to have Lupita at all times. Like, Lupita has to be protected at all costs. This is why we can't have hair. There's no hair. Like, it's bald, nothing. Like, you don't even have dresses. There's no dresses. There's not even shoes. Like, it's very, and the problem is the pussy fiends. It's D. Like, I did not think he was that much of a stalker. Like, and it's bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. When I saw the Birkenstock, that's when I knew. It's so bad. Like, they are fiends in a way that it's, like, not okay. It's not healthy. It's not, like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, my God. It just, like, it's so bad. Oh my God. Man. The Birkenstock that changed history forever. It's just fucking crazy. The Birkenstock that changed history forever. Oh my God. I just can't even, like, I mean, like, forever.